I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, I'm about to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator.
Classified my ass.
Government is another way to say better than you.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver Common Sense Show.
Want the Sackheads to give you a blessing?
8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and it is October 23rd, and it is Friday. It is Friday. I think I just made a total idiot of myself. All right. This is kind of funny. There's a guy, I think it's in Philadelphia. Let me pull the article up. Oh, what's going on with my mic today? My mic is going all nutty. John Fetterman does not need to explain to anyone why he's not a typical candidate. The nearly 7-foot-tall tattooed bald man.
9,
You know,
8, 7.
Sir, it's the sponsor. Data
Where
shows
the
we need to
heck
make
is
the
it?
logo bigger. Data shows millennials don't like the color. We need a hashtag.
9, 8, 7.
no mute
Search
button on
data
this
shows
damn
Mars
thing.
is no longer trending. They want to send them to Pluto.
Pluto?
All right, well, for useless websites. This guy is like a 7-foot-tall guy, and he looks like a biker. And he's running for mayor. And he goes to dive bars. That's where he's campaigning. Not saying it's bad, just a little bit out of the ordinary. So, what is going on with everybody today? He is the mayor of Braddock, Pennsylvania. He graduated from Harvard University in 1909 and with a master's of public policy degree. Now, the whole thing that I've seen this article popping up a lot is, I mean, he looks like a biker. He looks like your typical biker. I can't say much. I get accused of that all the time. Doesn't bother me. It kind of, and now he's running for Senate. I could just see this guy getting in as a senator. It'd just be funny with seeing him walking into the house. And everybody thinking like Sons of Anarchy is taking over. Oh, that would be funny. But yeah, he's going after a vote that most politicians either don't care about or wouldn't think about going after. And that's what he's going after. And I think he's got a good chance. I hope he's got a good chance. Seriously, I want to see him walk into the house looking like a biker. So the Hillary circus was in town yesterday. And as everybody thought, nothing new came about. She pretty much kept to her lies. And I saw somebody else made the comment, and don't mean to steal their thought or comment, but I agree with it. Everybody screams Bush should be thrown in jail and tarred and feathered and hung for faulty information. He took us into 2 wars over faulty information. But Hillary goes, oh, I got bad information. Sorry. Oh, she's sorry. Let's not bother her. It's okay. Does anybody see a problem with that? I do. This isn't that over faulty information. This is over she or whoever failed to allow help. She failed to allow help to go to the ambassador in the compound. We all know there was a stand-down order. I know they're trying to deny it, but there was a stand-down order. I trust people on the ground more than I trust people that weren't there. It's over 4 dead Americans because we failed to act. There's help all over different places. I remember right after it happened, a pilot spoke out. And he said he was in the area. And all he wanted to do was take his jet, go below the deck, and hit the afterburners. As he felt, and guys on the ground thought it would be more than enough, because that loud noise, that loud boom, I'm not making it justice, that sonic boom would scare the living daylights and put people on the ground. And it would have dispersed a large amount of that crowd at first. It would have given more time. And it would have been a non-lethal option also. And that pilot was denied. We have guys in Tripoli that have spoken out and said they were boarding a plane, getting ready to head over there. And they were told no. We have the CIA annex building. They were told not to go over there. That's my issue. My issue is not that our consulate got attacked. It's not even... How can I put this without sounding like a douchebag? I understand that in certain situations we will lose people. It's inevitable. When we're dealing with idiots abroad like that, there's chances we're going to lose people. And people who get in those positions, they understand that. That is their job. They understand there's a risk. But we don't leave people hanging out like we did that day. That's where I have an issue. That's what I want the answer to. The rest is all politicians trying to cover their backside. Hillary's just trying to cover her backside and stole, it's the video. No, it was a bunch of terrorists out to attack us, out to do harm. And we could have saved Americans. And we all know pretty much what it is. I mean, majority of the people I would hope have the brains to understand and know and read. We were running weapons. The CIA was running weapons into Syria. They didn't want to blow their cover. They didn't want it known that they were there doing that. But here's the thing. And I don't think the politicians are understanding. If immediately that GRS crew I think that's the... if they would have been immediately allowed to leave from the annex building and gone over to the consulate and got Stevens out of there and the others were able to get everybody out alive, get them over to the annex building, got reinforcements in, buttoned down stuff, got who needed to be gotten out of the country. It would have been a small little blurb in the news. Consulate attacked. I know it was a temporary consulate. Consulate attacked. No lives lost. And nobody would have cared about it. Nobody would have questioned it. Nobody would have even given a second thought. And it would have been all done with, and they could have kept their secret. But they didn't. And now everything's... They say it's over politics. I'm pretty sure some of it is politics. But a lot of it is you have people like my father who are disgusted that we left Americans to die. We have 2 dead, highly decorated Navy SEALs. Dead. They won't come back. Why? Because we left them to die. So, I love this new one. They're really, the Democrats are trying to push this agenda and trying everything to shame, guilt people into shutting their mouths and just following along. The Democrats compare climate deniers to tobacco executives. This dumb idiot from Texas, Republican Eddie Johnson, Democrat, is comparing climate deniers to tobacco executives. During a hearing Thursday to examine the EPA's new ozone standards, I'm sorry, just EPA makes me laugh because they're a bunch of idiots, and Obama's putting so many regulations through them that it's choking the life out of the middle class, out of all classes. Johnson said the oil and gas industry is employing the same strategy as the tobacco industry to defeat regulations. No, how about the fact that you got bullshit science? Plain and simple, bullshit science. You lie. You're a cult. That's all climate. Global warming, climate warming, whatever your new name is, you're nothing but a huge cult. And trying to compare it to, they're just like the tobacco industry. And, back in the 60s, the tobacco industry devised a strategy to counter a growing body of scientific and medical evidence. The problem is, you don't have scientific evidence. You have false models. You have false predictions. You have failed at every model, at every prediction. Maybe you got 1 or 2 predictions right, or one of your models came about. Then people would believe and not think that you are a total joke. They're trying anything and everything to guilt, force people into believing, even though they have yet to have one right answer. If this was school, you'd be staying behind. Freaking idiots. So, 7 moments from the Benghazi hearing. Gowdy threatens. I hate it. Now, where? There. guess I'm talking to myself. I'm sorry. Gowdy threatens new Blumenthal questions. Gowdy ended the 3-hour morning session with a heated confrontation with committee Democrats about longtime Clinton aide Sidney Blumenthal. Then, just as debate was peaking, he banged it to a close with a warning that there would be more on the way. If you think I've heard about Sidney Blumenthal emails so far, if you think you've heard about Sidney Blumenthal emails so far, wait until the next round, Gowdy intoned. In the afternoon, Gowdy repeatedly tried to tie Clinton to Blumenthal, claiming that his special access to former Secretary of State surpassed that of, oh my God, you can tell I'm real awake this morning, can't you? One of the 4 men killed in the 2012 attack in Benghazi. GOP blocks efforts to make Blumenthal transcripts public. And there was a vote done. Blumenthal had a 9-hour closed-door deposition before the committee in June, and of course it was a 7-5 party line vote. Roskam freezes over Clinton's note. Roskam repeatedly halted his first question to Clinton so she could skim notes from her aides. I can pause while you're reading the notes from your staff, the member of the select committee told her. Go ahead and read the notes if you need to. Clinton gave a little chuckle. I can do more than one thing at a time. Jordan accuses Clinton of blaming Benghazi on a video. And she's still, going on about that. Some of the body language, it just screams I'm lying. If you watched her talk, her body language was just screaming it. Brooks stacks evidence against Clinton. Republican Susan Brooks. Oh my God, I am having... All right, the break's coming up. I'm going to be taking a 2x4 to the back of my head a few times and seeing if I can knock a few brain cells loose. Produced a pile of Clinton's emails during her first interrogation of the former Secretary of State. Brooks alleged that a taller stacked Okay, I give up. There's just a lot of stuff that happened in the Clinton. And next one is Clinton did not conduct most business over email. And now Democrats to Clinton Benghazi panel is here to prosecute you. Oh, God. I am having one of those afternoons already. Sanders to address socialist stigma in speech. Wow, he's gonna explain to us why he is a anti-American scumbag socialist. Bernie, feel the burn pervert Sanders will soon speak publicly to try to allay fears that voters may have about his status as a self-proclaimed Democratic Socialist, according to a new report. Campaign ads have convinced the Democrat presidential candidate that the stigma associated with the label may be cutting him off from voters who do not think a socialist is electable, according to CNN. Geez, you think? How he has any popularity right now is beyond me. Beyond me. All right. Everybody knows the drill. It's about that time. But I'm going to be having a change to my Wednesday night programming. I will give you more updates as it comes to me. Looks like I'm just going to be moving from the 8 o'clock slot to the 7 o'clock slot on Wednesday nights. But You can catch Reaver Common Sense Monday through Friday, noon to 1 p.m. That hasn't changed. Eastern Standard Time, right here on shrmedia.com, punditpress.com, and you can also go to reverbcommonsense.com. While you're there, click the like button. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
You have been listening to Reaver Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network. In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean.
Dude, I'm not saying Calf was stupid, bro.
Sackhead Clint.
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
Also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press Radio, and YouTube through the SHR Media page for a different kind of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Wish I was too dead to cry, a self-affliction face, stones to throw at my creator, masochist to which I cater. You don't need to bother, I don't need to breathe. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. Wish I was too dead to care, if indeed I cared at all. Never had a voice to protest, so you fed me shit to digest. I wish I had a reason, my flaws are open season. For this I gave up trying, one good turn deserves my time. You don't need to bother, I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. died instead of lived. A zombie hides my face, shell forgotten with its memories. Tires left with cryptic entries, and you don't need to bother. I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I won't let go till it bleeds. You don't need to bother. I don't need to be. I'll keep slipping farther, but once I hold on, I've never let down my deceit.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. We're talking about Sanders to address socialist stigma in a speech. Advisors said Sanders began writing a speech Tuesday that he plans to give before the second Democratic primary debate in early November. He needs to reassure voters, especially in Iowa and New Hampshire, that they will be nominating someone who does have a real chance of winning. Sanders strategist Tad Devine told the network Thursday the idea that this word is going to get in the way of voting for him. We're going to expose it for what it is, that this discussion over the term will not stop him as a candidate. Well, I know several people that won't vote for him specifically for the reason of his socialist connections. No matter how many speeches you give, you're still a socialist. And the only thing he has going for him is he's screaming he's going to give free this, free that, free this. I'm going to give free stuff. Oh, this is going to be free. I'm going to make this free. So, of course, you're getting a young vote. Because they don't realize, wait a minute, it's not free. I'm going to have to pay for that somehow, and everybody else is going to have to pay for it. Oh, wait a minute, our taxes are going to go up? Oh, we didn't realize that. Oh, yes. If you listened to my show yesterday, Sanders has admitted taxes will be going up on everybody. He's only been saying in public, and his televised speech, I'm going to tax the 1% rich. Yeah, really? Now, during this other interview, it came out, he's going to have to raise the taxes on everyone. Everyone. Let me see if I can find that article. In 1985, Sanders was talking about Castro and how great Castro is. Yeah. I swear, I need some sponsors so I can hire somebody to keep my stuff better organized. I just need an organizer. Bernie Sanders wants to call probe, a federal probe of Exxon. Yes, he wants to call a probe on Exxon. Why? For what happened in the 70s. Because they do not agree, back in the 70s, that back in the 70s, they thought it was real. Climate change was real. But then they've kind of woke up and they started putting out anti-climate change information. They woke up and realized it's a bunch of bullshit. And now he is asking Attorney General Loretta Lynch to determine whether the oil giant's actions were illegal. That is socialism. You speak out, he will go after you. That is socialism. I know socialism mostly is defined as taking from one, giving to another, but they do not want free speech. And if he can get it where just something like this could be made illegal, he will go after our First Amendment rights. He will go after our Second Amendment rights. This guy is not an American. Well, he might be a citizen, but he is not a patriot. He is not an American. He doesn't give a shit about this country. He wants to tear it down just like Obama has for the last 6.5, almost 7 years. He will do worse. And his numbers as they are scares the living crap out of me as an American. It scares the crap out of me that he has a following like he does. Shows you how bad colleges are nowadays. He could tell me, and in his speech, he's going to tell us and give us the list of that the country is already socialist because of Social Security and Medicare. The difference is we put our money into it already, a small amount. So socialism just is a guaranteed retirement. I'm getting tired of hearing, well, FBI, the Army, your fire, your police. Let me tell you, you say that to a firefighter face to face and you're not going to like the response you get. We're not socialists. We never were socialists. Yeah, we might get a small percentage of money from our local government, but we also go for donations, especially on the volunteer side. That's how we survived. We asked for donations. We asked for help. We did things around the building. We had bake sales and all that. Guess what? That's not socialism. Getting tired of this socialism shit. It is not what this country is based on. Oh, because if I keep going, I might start cussing. Socialism is the exact opposite of what this country is about. Period. Santorum says that all the Democrat presidential candidates are socialists. Well, no, they're all trying to be. They're all, if you listen to that Democratic debate, it was who can give out more.
This is a story about doers.
I don't care if it's about doers. Shut up. So, billionaire industrialist Charles Koch, however you want to pronounce Koch. He's one of the Koch brothers. He went into work after NPR interview, and he dressed up as Darth Vader. That is hysterical to me. They make him out to be this evil person. Well, he took it to the light side, I guess. Also, breaking news. I don't know when it happened this morning. Chafee bows out of Democrat race. Yeah, he I don't even know why. I think they propped him up in there just so there was a couple more people. So now it's down to 3. But Lincoln Chafee is bowing out of the Democratic race for White House. He was barely even registering in the polls and had an embarrassing moment in the first Democratic debate earlier this month when he sought to explain away a vote against deregulating banks by arguing he had only just arrived in the Senate and that his father had just died. As you know, I have been campaigning on a platform of prosperity through peace, he said in a statement. I cannot speak today. Oh my God. It's actually getting a little... let me see. Clinton reaps donations after Benghazi appearance. Of course the old battle axe would. She would raise money on the death of her mother while standing on top of the grave. She campaigned on Benghazi. She campaigned on 4 dead Americans. That's... Four dead Americans, and she's bragging and laughing about how she made over $100,000 in an hour on 4 dead Americans. Is that the person you want to vote for? I can't believe Democrats actually have people that want to vote. Having her as a frigging candidate blows my mind. Democrats think they can do anything they want. And you know what? So far, they have been able to do whatever they want. They've gotten away so far with murder. Literally. Any of us would have done anything close to what she has done. I mean, look at Petraeus. Sure, look at Snowden. She has done the same thing those two have done. But because her name's Hillary Clinton, she is getting away with it. It shows how much Obama doesn't care about this country. Because he is given a pass. I don't care if it's your own damn party or not. Democrats hold everybody to a higher standard. They should be held to that standard too. But the people of America will not stand up together as one. They will continue to fight against each other. It makes me speechless because if not, my Jersey way of speaking would come out and you'd be hearing a lot of beeps. Allowing them to get away with it is disgusting. Allowing them to get away with it is tiresome. It seems like not just my show, so many other of these conservative shows talk about it, and nobody is waking up. Nobody is doing anything about it. These committees ain't nothing. They're a joke. I knew nothing would come about these committees. No matter how big a bad Trey Gowdy is, he's fighting against the Democrat Party. The people have to stand up. The people have to stop this bullshit. Our country's going down the toilet, and the Democrats are driving the bus. Hillary Clinton is driving, Obama is driving, and keeps going down. As we all stand here and just, okay. Listen, you can catch my show every Monday through Friday, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com and punditpress.com. You can also go to reverbcommonsense.com. You can catch my show, and you can catch past shows there. Also, on the left-hand side is a little widget for Facebook. Click the like button, and you can follow me on Facebook and keep up to date of everything that is Reaver. There will be changes to my Wednesday night show. It looks like I'm going to be moving from the 8 o'clock slot down to the 7 o'clock slot. Other than that, we're just having a peachy time today, aren't we? Be right back after these commercial breaks.
Listening to Reaver Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe.
You're listening to the SHR Media Network. In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying Kafka, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Times are dark. The people are misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation looking for direction needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, Pundit Press Radio, and YouTube through the SHR Media page for a different kind of commentary on the unpleasant blind guy. Because the truth is not always pleasant.
Hey, it's Jersey Joe from Reaver of Common Sense, and we have moved to a new night and time. Every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on shrmedia.com, you will catch the Reaver of Common Sense uncensored, unfiltered, and only on shrmedia.com.
Another day in this carnival of souls. Another night settles in as quickly as it goes. The memories are shadows, ink on the page, and I can't seem to find my way home. And it's almost like your heaven's trying everything. Your heaven's trying everything to keep me out. All the places I've been and things I've seen, a million stories that I made up, a million shattered dreams. The faces of people I'll never see again, and I can't seem to find my way home. 'Cause it's almost like trying everything to break me down.
And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe. Seeing a poll, many unsatisfied take two. Many unsatisfied with Clinton's response to Benghazi in a poll. Only 27% said they were satisfied. 44% of the respondents are not satisfied with Clinton's response to the attack that left 4 Americans dead. And an NBC poll, Wall Street Journal poll also. It's according to the poll, 36% of the respondents said the committee has been unfair and too partisan, while 29% said that it acted in a fair and impartial manner. Another 35% of respondents said they did not know enough to answer the question. Oh, here's the thing. It was a joke as these committees have been. You have the Republicans asking questions and the Democrats apologizing and kissing ass. Every single committee on all the frigging scandals, you have the Republicans asking questions and the Democrats apologizing and kissing ass. That's all I've seen. I can sum up all the committees from IRS to Obamacare. All of them. They all run the same way. You have the Republicans asking questions, and you have the Democrats, well, sorry you had to be brought in here, you know, I respect you, and yada, 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 kiss, 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 and it just gets sickening. Democrats don't want justice. They want to do what the hell they want to do. They think they are above the law, and so far they have gotten away with being above the law. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. They have killed 4 Americans. And now, I'm waiting for it to happen here in the country. For them to outright murder somebody. I'm not talking about Ted Kennedy and his drinking and womanizing and all that. I'm not approving of it. That's something totally different than what we're talking about. I'm waiting for an outright murder from a Democrat on a U.S. citizen on U.S. soil. And they'll get away with it under this administration. They think they're above, and they have been above the law for a while now. We need to do something about it, but it would take too many people to come together in this country, and they wouldn't do it. Everybody's ego would get in the way. Everybody would have their own ideas of what needs to be done. It would clash, and nothing would get done. I've seen it. I've seen these groups pop up all the time. You know, and there was one group, it was going pretty good. Not that overtaking the government, but it was nice discussions, everything going good. Next thing you know, you get all these nut jobs coming in. I'm wondering if they're Democrats coming in, you know, just to screw with these groups and just putting wild agendas in there, wild comments, accusations, and all that. It made tinfoil hat wearers look like normal people. And it gets tiresome after a while. It really does. As much as I love doing this show, sometimes it's tiresome because it seems like it's the same thing over and over again. The Dems pulling shit and the Republicans standing there and not doing a thing. Not holding the Democrats accountable. Here you go. 2 days after an NYPD cop gunned down, pretty sure everybody heard about that officer, Randolph Holder, was murdered in East Harlem. They're still mourning. And in Times Squares, there's a friggin' anti-police protest going on right after a murder of a police officer. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Yes, I understand that everybody has the right to free speech. These groups You got to do it right after a murder of an officer. Yeah. It is getting absolutely ridiculous. And nobody does a thing. We have the House that has laid down for Obama so many times. I think we ought to call the House a whorehouse. And it's just... Breaking news. House approves bill gutting Obamacare and cutting Planned Parenthood, and it won't go anywhere. But, you know what? I said it the other day, and I got to agree with it. They're getting the bills passed. Get them to Obama's desk. Let him veto. But the people in this country are so freaking stupid and so awestruck with Obama, they don't care. They won't see what's happening. He has been blocking the political process since day one. If bills aren't the way he wants it, he's like a little kid throwing a tantrum. If the bills aren't what he wants, he does not let them get through. It's not about him. Never should have been about him. It is about the people, not about what you want, Mr. Obama. What you want is irrelevant. What you want does not matter. That is not the description of your job. It is what the American people want. And you don't know what the hell the American people want because you sit up on your ivory tower with your nose so far up the air, stuck up in the air. You wouldn't know what the American people wanted if it bit you in the ass. The first American death fighting ISIS has happened. It was a special ops mission to rescue hostages, and a brave soldier has given his life for that cause. And from my understanding, I have to pull it up. I haven't seen it in a little bit. I believe the mission was a success, so to speak, even though we had that one loss. Yeah, it freed 70 hostages that were being held hostage by ISIS. At least, I know maybe this isn't, the parents don't want to hear this, but your son died for a good cause. Your son died rescuing hostages that their fate, well, we all know what their fate was. Whoever that, it's a U.S. Army special operator, and he should be honored. I don't think they've released his name. I don't know if they will. He should be honored. So, at least we freed 70 people from a horrible death. Seeing what else there is. And Nancy, I'm nuttier than a bat. Pelosi seizing on Paul Ryan's comment, and she's trying to push more of the Family Leave Act. It should be left to the companies. Not all the companies can afford it. Leave it up to the companies. You know, I don't need you telling my family what it needs. Every time the government has stuck its nose into things, Let's put it this way. There was a whorehouse in Las Vegas that owed huge amounts of back taxes. So the American government took control. They ran it into the ground. And I've got a little news that just got sent to me. My show on Wednesday nights is going to stay on 8 p.m. So that's a little bit of good news. But yeah, they ran a whorehouse into the ground. That is a place that does not really need advertising. The men that go out there, they know where it is. They know what they want. They ran it into the ground. Our American government can't even run a whorehouse. Surprise. Ugh. And they want to keep taking control of our lives and telling us what to do. Well, that is one of the aspects of socialism, and that is something that we've been going more and more closer to. And people just keep shutting their mouth, and we need to stand up, people. I don't know what else to say. We need to stand up against these atrocities. We can't let the Democrats keep getting away with it. We can't let the Republicans get away with anything like that either. Jeb Bush slashes payroll, other campaign costs, because he's running out of money. I know they're saying he has like $10 million. Bull, he's running out of money. All right, it's getting about that time. Sorry about that. Listen, everybody knows my show. And for those that don't know, my show is on every Monday through Friday. That's Reaver Common Sense, Monday through Friday, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on shrmedia.com and punditpress.com. You can also check out my show, Reaver After Dark, on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on shrmedia.com and punditpress.com. And if you could also go to reavercommonsense.com. That is my website. On the right left-hand side, there is a little tab widget. Hit the little like button. Follow Reaver Common Sense Facebook page. You can keep up with all the latest information on the Reaver. Well, it's Friday. Party hard. Be smart. Catch you on Monday. This is Jersey Joe. Have a good weekend. Oops, wrong button.
I've been around this world, yet I see no end. All shall fade to black again and again. This storm that's broken me, my own